Harbhajan Singh and Sunil Gavaskar join us for our mid-match analysis. I'll start with you, Harbhajan. What do you think? 241, I'd spoken to you before the game started. You said 260, 270 would be the range that can trouble the team chasing. Now, well below that, you think an easy chase coming up for India?
Well, I think it's a this is the kind of a total where India will be very comfortable to chase. You know, anything below 250. You know, we mentioned even in our previous interview that anything below 250, 260 would be ideal kind of a chase to chase those sort of run in this ground. We have seen the pitch is good. You know, India have got a good batting lineup. I don't see they are getting stuck anywhere, and you know, I think India have done a very good job with the ball. But now it's turn to do things with the bat as well, and I hope they'll come good with the bat as well.
Okay, Sunil Gavaskar also with us. Saeem bhai, same question to you. You think it's an easy chase now? Okay, we're trying to establish our connection with Mr. Gavaskar, who joins us live in the broadcast. But you heard from Harbhajan Singh, and he was actually categorical. Not only did he say it is going to be an easy chase, he's actually set down a marker. He said 45 overs, and that's what he expects the Indian team to chase this total down in. Remember, with Bangladesh, as I said, it was a similar total, but it became very, very tricky. I believe Sunil Gavaskar is back with us. What do you think, Sunny bhai, should be the approach of the Indian batters? I know it's a below par total, but sometimes these totals can be tricky. What is the right batting approach for the Indian team, especially if I was to ask you about the openers?
Yes, I think what they need to ensure is they don't lose wickets in the early, in the power play, the first power play. If they lose maybe a wicket and they score about 50 runs, 40, 50 runs, 5 runs and over in the first 10 overs, that'll be absolutely terrific. Because that gives you a platform. You lose early wickets, now the pressure builds up on everybody. India does have batting depth, but always get a nice little platform going in that first 10 overs. Like I said, 4.5, 5 runs and over, 50. If you can get more than 50 and just lose one wicket, nothing like it.
Okay, Harbhajan Singh is also there. Harbhajan, I mentioned in our broadcast when we started analyzing India's bowling performance, they made a stunning comeback. Which is that one bowler that you'd want to credit for this phenomenal comeback that India has made in this match?
Hardik Pandya, you know, I think he bowled brilliantly. You know, when Shami got injured, he was the first one to took the responsibility and take that wicket of Babar Azam. Then he continued to bowl well for India. You know, this is a big plus of having Hardik Pandya, who can bowl, who can bat, and he's such an all-rounder. You can use him any point of time in the game. And of course, at that point of time, I thought, what if Shami, you know, will not be able to bowl in depth over, or what if his injury is really serious? But Hardik Pandya for me was a pick of the bowler. But then later part, Kuldeep also played his card and took those 2 important wickets, you know, back to back, and put brakes on Pakistan's batting lineup. You know, at one stage, Pakistan, they were 150 for 2, and suddenly, you know, on 200 for 7. Brilliant bowling by everyone. I would say it was a combined effort by all the bowlers, you know, which kind of put the brakes on them to restrict Pakistan at this total.
Saiba, you heard it from Harbhajan. He makes a very valid point. 150 for 2 and then 241 all out. All credit to the Indian bowlers, especially the fact that they picked those wickets up in the middle over. That seemed to be an area of concern for the Indian team before this.
Definitely, absolutely. The way the Indians have bowled has been terrific. Yes, Mohammad Shami started losing his direction just a little bit, giving away those wides. But the way Hardik Pandya came in and bowled, such clever change of pace, such clever line and length that he bowled, getting the big wicket of Babar Azam. Then the superb fielding of the Indians, which we have seen right throughout this tournament. Yes, there has been the odd catch drop, but they have been outstanding as far as outfielding is concerned, and that is what has put the pressure on the Pakistanis.
Saibai, we spoke about India's bowling, and you mentioned how they've been very good in that second half of that Pakistan innings. But let's take a look at it from Pakistan's perspective. If they are to defend this low total, Bangladesh did very well to put India in under trouble in a total less than this. Now, if Pakistan are to believe and defend this total, which would be those Pakistan bowlers that would really need to step up on the day?
It's got to be Naseem Shah as well as Shaheen Afridi. These are the two bowlers who really need to take the wickets in the early overs. Harish Rauf is pacey, but he leaks runs. So that is something where India know that he doesn't really have too much of variety. The kind of swing and movement that Naseem Shah and Shaheen Afridi can get, Harish Rauf doesn't get that. So Rauf could be the expensive bowler perhaps, but it's the other guys who you've got to watch out for.
Okay, similar question to you, Harbhajan. What could be the worst case scenario for India? I mean, you've said it, that India should canter to victory here, maybe in the 45th over. But worst case scenario, what's that only scenario that India can lose this game? Let's be prepared for that as well.
Well, the only scenario India need to avoid is losing 3 wickets up front in first 10 overs. Pakistan, I know they have got some quality bowling lineup with Shaheen and Naseem. They look to swing the ball, and new ball will allow them to have that swing. Whatever little swing they will get, they will try to get the best use of it. India need to protect the wickets. Keeping wickets will be the key, and first 10 overs will obviously guide us or show us the way how this total will be chased, because in the middle Pakistan have got nothing. The only attack they have is up front. So India need to be little careful up front, and after that India can just play the way they want and finish this game in 45 over, in my sense, what I little know.
A similar question to you, Saibai. Should Indian fans worry at all? Could there be an upset on the card, or they should feel very comfortable with the total that the Indian team has been set?
Not really. I don't think they should be too worried. Like I said, they'll need 2 partnerships, basically 2 partnerships of 1990 or thereabouts, and they'll be able to go through. Because the batting lineup is such, the depth is such, that has been terrific. I don't think the pitch will make much of a difference. It might just slow down a little bit, but not to the extent like we saw in the match against Bangladesh, where it had really slowed down and made stroke making difficult.
Finally, Saibai, before we let you go, if there was a blemish in India's performance, at least in the first half, that was a few missed chances, a few drop catches here and there. Could this come back to rue India at the end of the day, or do you think, no, this was a good day to do it because other areas covered up? So maybe on a tougher game, you can't afford to do that. So today it happened, it's good.
Yes, I think that's what happened. But then give credit to the bowlers for the way they did not put, they did not lose hope. The heads were not down, the shoulders were not down. They were still charged up, the bowlers, knowing that they had made the batsman make a mistake, they could get the batsman to make another mistake. And they kept at it, kept the pressure on with good outfielding. That is the reason why the risks were taken, because the boundaries were not coming. In cricket, you will drop the odd catch. Of course, you will drop the odd catch. But if your outfielding is good, then it means that the runs are not easy for the opposition.
Okay, we are completely out of time with Sunil Gavaskar. But Sunil, before we let you go, before the Indian batters come out to bat, any Pakistan bowler that they need to be wary of? Any Pakistan bowler that can step up on the day and give India a scare? Who should they be watching out for?
It's got to be Naseem Shah as well as Shaheen Afridi. These are the 2 bowlers who really need to take the wickets in the early overs. Harish Rauf is pacey, but he leaks runs. So that is something where India know that he doesn't really have too much of variety. The kind of swing and movement that Naseem Shah and Shaheen Afridi can get, Harish Rauf doesn't get that. So Rauf could be the expensive bowler perhaps, but it's the other guys who you've got to watch out for.